Yo, we in the viddy. So today is actually the 6th episode of the podcast, and yo, when we talk about legends, I got an actual fucking legend in the fucking viddy, man. Yo, who is here with me today, dog? Who is here in the viddy with me today, man?
What's going on, man? Swish, LostinMiami, also known as Swisha. You know what I'm saying? Also known as Young Lion, also known as J Kid. I'm here, man. I'm here with my boy Jack, man. We in the big.
Hey, we here, bro. So, yo, like this podcast, I've been thinking about starting this podcast forever. Like, just cause what for the past few years, what I've been doing sales and marketing. And one thing I understood about what our culture was needing, it was needing just somebody to talk about it, just to tell people, hey, bro, this is what we're doing over here, bro. Because a lot of those companies, they were hiring me to just go talk to people for them. That's all it is, just to tell people, hey, bro, this is what we're doing. And then I'm like, yo, bro, we got the emotion right here.
I'm trying to tell you.
And that's why we're here today. We here with the winners. That's why we're the day winners. And yeah, we're here with Swisha. So, before we get into everything, I just wanna get started with what got you started into music? Like, what was the thing for you that made it feel like, boom, let me get into music?
Oh man, I mean, I don't even know where I started, to be honest with you. My family been doing it, so I was kind of born into it for real, you feel me? My old boy been rapping. My mom was managing artists. My auntie was dancing, choreography. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of motion when it came to the music business, and just watching, you know what I'm saying, people live their dreams through my family. You know what I'm saying? It kind of inspired me. My uncle used to be in the backyard writing. You know what I'm saying? And one day I just picked up the pen and I was like, man, let me try to write me a little verse, whatever the case is, trying to get on his songs and stuff like that. I was never good enough, you know what I'm saying, until I turned like 7, 10, then that's when they started like, oh yeah, he got something.
Yeah. Did you start posting since then? Like, were you putting out music, or did you just like, okay, I'm just gonna rap for everybody I see? How did you go about that?
Man, this was, I ain't gonna lie, I'm 28 now. This was kind of before like social media was really into play, so releasing wise, I ain't really know how to go about none of that, you feel me? Like, my old boy put his album out in stores, so that was the only way I knew, you feel me, like that your music could get put out. So
yeah, I
ain't really put out no music until I was 11. We had a group called Group Project. You feel me? That was me and my brothers and sisters and shit like that. It was like 5 of us. We did like 3 records, you feel me? We got put on the radio, we was spinning and stuff like that. We put it on YouTube. It's still on there to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if y'all looking for a group project, we had a song called Do the iPod that was going crazy back then. You know, that's when the iPod Touch first came out. So yeah, I started releasing when I was like 11. So that was like 2006. That was the first release.
Bro, so you grew up in music?
I grew up in it, man, born in it.
Wow. Okay, 11 years old, right? You're starting out your music career. What are you doing next? And what is Swish doing next in his music career to get his music out there?
What are you? From 11, I started off as J Kid. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was part of Group Project, my brothers and sisters group. We did about 2 years. The group broke up. We had a couple deals on the table. We had Jermaine. When I was about like 13, I would say, I was like, man, I'm still finna do this music stuff regardless. You know what I'm saying? My brothers and sisters, they kind of left it alone, but it's always what I wanted to do. So
for sure,
I was like, I gotta keep going. So I changed my name. I was like, this a new me, you feel me? I changed my name to Young Lion. I dropped my first mixtape, Young Music. Yeah, Young Music. We had a little clique called Young Music Street Team. That was my little promo team. So we was been taking over the internet and all that. That's when Facebook and all that started coming out. So we was hitting the internet hard. Uvu, we was doing like Uvu parties and stuff like that. We had all the girls coming through, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll go to South Beach with a little digital camera, shoot a little video, whatever the case is. So we was just making it work, man. So I was like, man, I gotta keep going. So Young Lion was the next step after 11.
So the young lion, how long did the young lion, how long did the young lion go for?
Young Lion lasted all the way to probably like my senior year.
Senior year of high school?
Senior year of high school.
Okay, okay.
So that it started in middle school and it shifted to like high school.
Okay, so you went from JK to Young Lion. Okay, so why ended Young Lion?
Oh man, I basically was ready to be an adult, you know what I'm saying? I was about to graduate, so I felt like it was time for people to take me more serious as an artist. So I used to do a lot of playful music and stuff like that as a kid. So I didn't want them to think like I was on that vibe when I was leaving high school. So senior year, I felt like it was time for that rebrand. I had a lot of fans that was like gravitating towards me, and I was like, all right, this is the next chapter. I don't want to get caught in like a little Bow Wow situation where they keep you in that era. You feel me? So I let Young Lion die. I was like, all right, that era is done.
I feel you.
And I switched it up to Swisha.
Swish. Okay. What is young Swisha doing out of high school?
I mean, senior year, I was prepping up to drop my first debut mixtape, Black Kings. So I had a single.
I think that's when I started catching up with you, Black Kings.
Black Kings, yo, that was my introduction, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But that ain't dropped till 2014. I graduated high school 2013. So 2013, I was like dropping little singles and stuff like that. I had a record called Real Fake that was going crazy, produced by Q-Mac and them boys. You know what I'm saying? So that's when like my peoples was really like seeing that I was picking up traction again. You feel me? So I was hitting strip clubs and all that at like 17, bro. Like I was at King of Diamonds performing and all that. You feel me? Out of high school. So this was my senior year. I'm wrapping it up. I'm like, okay.
Now that you saying that, bro, I'm looking at it. You graduated in 2013. That's the same year I got out of Central.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
okay.
I kind of see why I started picking up to your music around that time, because that's the time I got out of high school, and then I'm looking for music.
Yeah.
And I cannot go nowhere. I'm home, I'm partying, I'm doing all type of stuff. Young Swisha is popping, everybody in Miami. And okay, so now the internet is just starting at that time too.
Yeah.
Like we just got Facebook or something like that.
Yeah,
like
we on Twitter, we going crazy.
Okay. So what are you doing? What are you doing then?
Alright, so when I got Black Kings.
Yeah.
You know, DZ, my producer, started like really picking up traction around that time. So we was really like in the lab. We've been building since 2011, you feel me? DZ been here. But around 2013, 2014, he started like finding himself, you feel me? So like we was locked in every day. He'll come to my crib, we making beats, and we just trying to perfect my sound. So
hey, when you looking with a producer, bro,
hey, that's when you really get your your status for real.
For sure.
You get your imprint.
Because my perspective of it is the producer already got a musical brand, like people that hear from him just because of the music, and the artists have a lot of people that already listen to him because of him being who he is. And when you merge those two audiences together, and it's like it just really go from there. That's my perspective of it.
100%, man. I think that I recommend all artists tap in with a producer. You know what I'm saying? Work on your sound if you're really serious about it, because then eventually they're gonna be making your type beats on the internet. You feel me?
Facts. Because the sound, that's what they're gonna want, and only you two can really create that sound.
100%.
Facts.
Alright, so before we released Black Kings, we had the single Lost in Miami. You know what I'm saying? So that's when we knew that like.
So before the album, you got Lost in Miami.
Yeah, before the album dropped, we was working on a whole bunch of records. Black Kings is a classic in my opinion. You feel me? There's a lot of good sounds on there, but Lost in Miami became the single. And we was just like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this the record right here.
For sure.
So we played it for a few people. Matter of fact, we ain't even played the record for nobody. We just dropped that bitch in it. We just dropped that bitch. We previewed it for real on Instagram. We put like a little snippet and motherfuckers like, yo, drop that. You feel me? So we was like, alright, bet. We feel me? Like we know this gonna be the record. So before we dropped that, we was like, man, we gotta make sure we market this record correctly. So when it got some shirts pressed up, Swisha, Lost in Miami on the back.
Before we went there, is that where the clothing line started?
No, that's not where the clothing line started.
Okay. So we get there. We go there then. Okay, all right.
We turned Lost in Miami into that afterwards. So I'm gonna show you how we did that.
Okay.
So Lost in Miami with this rap, it was just like we we got it. So it's time for us. You feel me?
So when did the Ludful feature come in?
That was BK2. So BK1 dropped 2014. We dropped Cuff and Jugs in 2015, and then 2016 we dropped BK2. That's with the new Ludful feature. Yeah, you know that's when he had the Cutting Up record.
Yeah, like the hottest rapper at the time.
Yeah.
Got a feature with you. That's what I'm saying. Like from my perspective, it was like, yo, this is the hottest thing out, and that's what it was. From like we just got out of high school.
Yeah.
We having fun. Hey, bro, like that. He got a feature. A Miami rapper had a feature with the hottest rapper in the industry at the time,
Facts.
and that guy was Haitian, and for me. I was looking at that as like that's a win for all of us because it's like yo because it was a win.
That's facts. that was a great record, man. Like I ain't gonna lie, it was fun creating it because we did it right there on spot in the studio. I just landed from Puerto Rico. I came from a little vacation and shit like that, so we was going through some issues sending the back end or the front end. I had to send him his front end money, whatever the case is, when I was on the plane. Sent him that. When I touched down. Had a studio session booked, went over to Bay 8 recording studio, locked that down. He pulled up with J Buck and them boys, Fetty boys and them boys. Them boys came through with him, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the first time I met him. So, before we did the record, we handled our business, you know what I'm saying? Made sure paperwork was done. Then we went to the studio, went into the room. I let him hit a chorus. He was like, I'm fucking with that. He said, I'm fucking with that. So he said, hey man, shit, once you lace it down, I'm right in after you. So
he with it.
I dropped my part, you feel me? I kid you not, right after I finished it, he let me hear like 4 bars that he freestyled. He went in there and did the 4 bars and then freestyled the rest. He did it all off top. I was like, oh yeah,
that was hot.
Boy, I fought with it.
That was hot. At that time, that was really hot out here in the city. And cause the reason why I say hot out here in the city, and I keep bringing that back again, is because I feel like we're having a full circle moment right now in the industry. I don't know why. For me, I feel like we're having a full circle moment where it's like Miami is gaining steam again from the outside looking in, and it's like we need to get the most juice out of that we can. So I got a couple of questions I brought in for you today. So what inspired you to launch your own clothing line like early in your career?
Alright, man. Alright, so I was one of those rappers that, you feel me, didn't understand the business side at first, you feel me? So my parents, they real big on business, you feel me? They got offices, they in the real estate and all that. So looking from the outside, you know what I'm saying? My mom was like, son, like that LostinMiami song, that's a big record.
It is.
She was like, you ain't doing nothing, you ain't making no money, like what's going on? Like where the clothes, where you know what I mean? Where is it? I was like, Mom, I don't know how to do none of that, man. I'm just a rapper, man. I'm gonna wait till we get signed and let the labels do that. Mom was like, no, son, that's not how it works. You an independent artist. You gotta do that shit yourself. And that's when it clicked. It ain't even clicked that I was an independent artist. You know what I'm saying? I just thought I was up and coming. You feel me? Like I never put that in my head that I was an independent artist. So she was like, son, get on your shit. You feel me? So when she said that, I was like, I was always good with like Photoshop and stuff like that, so I was like, you know what? Let me make some mock-ups, you feel me? Let me put that LostinMiami thing on a hoodie and see how it look. Put it on a hoodie, it was like, oh shit, I just posted a picture online. Everybody like, yo, I want one. I'm like, oh. I said, damn, I didn't even know, you feel me?
Bro, it was popping. It was popping. I think a lot of, now looking into a merch, what a merch signified to the people that buy it a lot of time, it helped a lot of people. So what an artist, so I'm a fan, bro. I'm a real music fan. Like I'm a real Swish fan. Like that's how I am. I'm a real music fan, right? So as a fan, when I buy an artist merch or I'll get an artist merch, when I step outside, bro, that gives me confidence. The things that artists talk about, I feel like that give you step into that world. It gives you that confidence to be like, yo, man, like, just like, oh, what would Swisha do at that moment? Like, type stuff, like, on top. Because, bro, there's really kids out here that need motivation. There's really, like, because when I listen to music, bro, it really can help you get to. It really can help me get to a point. Like I would listen to a song, it will shift my mood like this, and then that's important.
That's facts.
That's a big thing.
That's facts.
So. Yeah, bro, it helped people with the merch, cause so when you drop that merch, I wanted the merch, I wanted a shirt, I still want a shirt, like you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it gave a person like, yo, that's why I understood what happened at that time. I basically it gave people identity with the time, like I was here to see this,
Facts.
like basically,
Facts.
That's my perspective of it.
Facts, but when we get once I figured out that whole merch thing, I launched the website. And the first thing I did after that was put it on some bathing suits, and that's when we really like.
Oh, that's when you showed up,
man. The women, I ain't even getting a chance to do a photo shoot for the bathing suit, man. I just posted like it was getting done. Like the manufacturer just sent it to me, and the girls was like, "Yo, I need a size.
You need it right now.
Where you at? Come drop it off right now." They put it up on me. Yo, where is that? I need it. I was like, oh.
So I'm glad you said that, right? Because for a quick moment, it felt like you had focused a lot on the clothing line and on the merch line. It wasn't because like you was receiving a lot of interest from like the public, like wanting to like.
I didn't even know the demand was there till we really started like showing that it was done. Like when we did it, that's when it was like, yo. I don't even think they know they needed it until we really like showed it. When they seen us rocking the hoodies, when they seen us, they was like, "Yo, we want one." And all the dudes wanted the hoodies, the females wanted the hoodies. But then when we did the bathing suits, we seen that it was demanding high like that. I was like, "Oh yeah, I really gotta put these up on the website. I really gotta get some models. Now I started getting real. The bathing suits really made it like, oh, this is a business now."
Yeah, that's for sure.
So the women really
I hear that a lot. I hear that the women's. I probably gotta think about something for the girls, man.
Hey, do it for the women, man.
I'm coming for y'all, ladies. Okay,
gotta do it for them. Gotta do it for them. They the support us for real. I mean, the men supported me too, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like I ain't dudes hitting me up buying hoodies. They ain't never bought nothing from me. They gonna buy some hoodies though. Hey, bro. Especially my boy Hood Lover. Shout out to my bro Hood Lover, man. That boy used to hit me up. He want 20 hoodies. You know what I'm saying? He buying hoodies to give it to other people.
Wow, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because he fuck with me that tough, you feel me? Like, people just come through, man, let me get 10 of them, let me get 5 of them. I gotta get one of my brother, I gotta get one of my sister, I gotta get one of my mama. You know what I'm saying? My teachers from back in school hit me up. Yo, I
think that was one of the first clothing line that I seen. Like, again, people, my perspective, that I seen from Miami.
Yeah,
like,
it
wasn't that many out there.
To be honest with you, I didn't see no other artists that was really doing that merch stuff like that.
Yeah, it was not a lot.
Doing that.
Nah.
From 2015, I started the clothing line thing. 2015, nah, it wasn't that much people active selling that.
For sure, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know if you inspired me to wanting to start a clothing line. I don't know. You probably did. You probably did. You probably did, bro. If bro. All right, man. So, quick. Don't even worry about it, man. We're just gonna keep going from where we was at.
Yeah.
So, LostinMiami, right? Now we got back to the clothing line, right? So, LostinMiami. So, what about LostinMiami? I know his song was there. So, what about LostinMiami made you feel like that was the brand I'm gonna go push forward for the next couple of years?
The title was so big, man. Like, LostinMiami came to me when I was working at Kids Foot Locker, actually. It was like God kind of dropped it in my head, you feel me? Like, it just felt big, like, at that time, because I was, like, ready to quit. I was like, man, I'm tired of doing this work shit, man. I'm ready to grind. I knew my talent. I knew I was picking up buzz. I was like, man, I just need that one record. And then, man, I was at work, and it's like God whispered in my ear, LostinMiami. I was like,
what was that before the song or
before the song?
Okay.
So when I got that title, I always knew that title. I had LostinMiami figured out before I even wrote the song. But I knew when I heard that title, it was big. So when DZ gave me the beat, it was big. I was like, yeah, this the beat for it. Did the
So
record.
DZ produced that song.
DZ produced Lost in Miami.
Whoa, my boy.
So yeah,
Shout out to you.
that was a big record. So boom, after I seen the motion, after I done put the money, the budget behind the the promo for it, the marketing and all that, and I seen how people gravitated towards that term. Like people was using it in their captions, like the Lost in Miami. Like I just want to get lost in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like it just stuck. So it was like, man, you know what? I gotta turn this into an empire. You know what I'm saying? Like this gonna be the brand. Like this the lifestyle.
This is where I'm moving forward. That's how we doing it.
That just represent me. You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Any female I talk to from out of town. I talk to a lot of out of town women. So they always want to get lost in Miami. You know what I'm saying? So I just took that. Like, yeah, man. Like we gonna take you through the city. We gonna put you in. And
that I'm glad that we went it. That's not it. Oh, that's me. Oh.